Okay, now we see the Fourier series of even and odd functions. Already we discussed even and odd functions. Now we see the series, Fourier series only for even and odd functions. See this one ma. Note 1. If f of minus x is equal to f of x, then the function is even. Okay. If the function f of x is even, in the interval minus minus LL and minus pi pi. Only we observe the function is even or odd when the interval is minus LL and minus pi pi. Minus LL means it may be minus 1 plus 1, minus 2 plus 2. Okay, so we observe the function is even or odd in the intervals minus LL and minus pi pi only. L, in place of L we have any real number. Okay, now the function f of x is even function in this interval, then we get Bn is equal to 0. Then the series says Bn is equal to 0 means we have no sine terms, only we get cosine series. Similarly, if f of minus x is equal to minus f of x, then the function is odd. In this case, if the function is odd function in the interval minus LL and minus pi pi, then we have a0 is equal to 0 and an is equal to 0. Means there is no cosine terms, we get only sine series. What becomes it? What it becomes? F of x is equal to sigma bn sin nx ante. a0 an zeros kabatti. So if the function is odd function, we get only sine terms. If the function is even, we get only cosine series. Okay ma? Now we see the problems. Find the Fourier series of f of x is equal to x in minus pi pi. The given interval is minus pi pi. So once we check the given function is even or odd. We know that f of x is x power 1, odd power kabatti, this is odd function. Otherwise we check this one. This is the solution. Start with given function f of x is equal to x. What is f of minus x? In place of x you put minus x on both sides. What you get? F of minus x is equal to minus x. Minus x means f of x. Got minus f of x. Now you see f of minus x. In place of x you put minus x. Then it becomes minus into function f of x. See here, f of minus x is equal to minus into f of x. Then function is odd. Now here f of minus x is equal to minus f of x. So the given function is odd function. So the given function is odd function. So the given function is odd function. So if the given function is odd, then a0 is equal to 0 and an is equal to 0. See this one ma. If the function is odd function, then a0 is equal to 0, an is equal to 0. So only we need bn. That means sine series we are going to get. Okay, only we need here a0 an becomes 0. That's why we just, it is enough to find bn only. Now the Fourier series of f of x in minus pi pi is f of x is equal to sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity bn sin nx only. అంటే దీని ముందు ఉన్నటువంటి a0 0 ప్లస్ సిగ్మా an cos nx కూడా 0నే. సో అది ఈవెన్ ఆర్డర్ మీరు మైనస్ పై టు పైలో చూడగలిగితే ఇట్ ఈస్ వెరీ ఈజీ మా. జస్ట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ enough to find bn for odd functions. For even functions it is enough a0 and an. Now we get odd function, that's why f of x is equal to sigma bn sin nx. So it is enough to find only bn. What is bn here? Bn is equal to in minus pi pi interval 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x sin nx dx. F of x sin nx dx. 2 by pi integral 0 to pi f of x means x sin nx dx. Now see this integral ma. 2 by pi is constant. See this integral. This is in the form of u dv. See this one. We are going to use integration by parts. What is integration by parts? If in the integral u dv is there, now we write the answer is uv minus integral v dv. Now this is in the form of, the required is in the form of integral u sin nx dx. Integral x sin nx dx. What is in place of u? X. In place of dv, sin nx. Right? U is equal to x, dv is sin nx dx. First derivative, du, u ki derivative, du is dx. This is dv, we get integrated. So first u anukuన్న దానికి differentiation amma, dv anukuన్న దానికి integration. I think all of you know it. Now v is equal to integral sin nx dx. So v is equal to minus cos nx by n. Now this is in the form of integral u dv. LHS is this. From the formula you write this integral equal to uv into integral minus v du. Now this integral is integral u dv means u 2 by pi constant as it is, then it is u into x into minus cos nx by n అంటే uv term అనమాట, దాంట్లో ఇంటిగ్రేషన్ ఉండదు. మైనస్ ఇంటిగ్రల్ 0 to pi v du. v means minus cos nx by n dx. Okay, minus cos nx by n dx. This term there is no integration, this is after integration, so write as it is. Now see this one, minus into minus you get plus value. Now 1 by n is there, already 1 by n is there. Now you get integral cos nx. What is integral cos nx? Sin nx by n. Already 1n undi, inko n ochindi. Now it becomes sin nx by n square. So this is the integral value of this integration. Now you apply 0 to pi limits. Apply 0 to pi limits, which means in place of x you put first pi. Then minus తీసుకొని in place of x you put lower limit 0. Now apply limits, what we get? 2 by pi constant. In place of x put pi. Now we get minus pi. Cos nx means cos n pi by n. Cos n pi by n. Then apply 0 for this. Minus. Here it is x into some value. In place of x, lower limit 0 substitution. 0 into anything by anything is 0. So for this one, apply limits pi, you get this one. Apply 0, you get 0. Now what about this? Plus sin n pi, first one sin n pi 0, next sin 0, nx means sin 0, you get 0, both are zeros. I have already told many times, for sin function sin n pi, sin 2n pi, sin 0, all are 0. So apply pi 0, you get both terms 0. So for this second term, totally it is 0. Now we see this is minus here, bring my 2 by pi into some value, pi cancel అంటే ఇంటూ కాబట్టి అన్ని ఇంటూనే 2 by pi into minus pi into cos n pi by n. So pi cancel, then minus pi bring outside, minus 2 by n into cos n pi అంటే minus 2 by n cos n pi. In place of cos n pi you put minus 1 whole power n. It is 2 into, already minus 1 is there, minus 1 into 2 it means, so now it is 2 by n minus 1 whole power n plus 1. Now bn is this one, minus 2 by n into minus 1 whole power n plus 1. Now substitute in 1 this summation or this series. Now 1 implies, and only we get bn, we need bn only. For the odd series we get only sine series, that means we need only bn. Now 1 implies f of x is equal to sigma n is equal to 1 to infinity. In place of bn you put this value, that is 2 into minus 1 whole power n plus 1 by n into sin nx, which is the required series. You observe in every problem we use the integral u dv is equal to uv minus integral v du. అంటే integration by parts formula use చేస్తున్నాం. In every problem we get integral sin nx. Integral sin nx means minus cos nx dx. Okay, and also sin n pi 0, sin 0 0. Cos n pi is minus 1 whole power n, and cos 0 is 0. Very sorry, cos 0 is 1. So these formulas are repeatedly we use. Integral u dv is equal to uv minus integral v du. So you learn this formula very well, and also this one integral sin nx. Okay, then only you can easily integrate this one. In every problem we get integral u dv form. So you learn this formula very well. Now we see the next problem.